Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 19 of the Scottish Silverback podcast. And as our loyal fans will know, we took a break last week. I was fucked. That was basically the reason. Literally could not be arsed. But yeah, you gotta have, like we said, we knew we'd run into these weeks coming in. So it's amazing how just sitting talking can just like drain you. You know what I mean? It's that's why I struggle with like PT as well, is that, you know, you're trying to come up with like chat and trying to keep your clients like entertained and motivated when you're standing there just like fucking like that. You know what I mean? It's just taking its toll. But we're back.
It's even like what little things, like when you have to think about it, you're like, oh my god, like literally lying on the sofa because you've just like sunk the fuck into the sofa and you're so comfy. You've got your water beside you and it's like, shit, I need to get something from the kitchen. Yeah. And it's literally like, oh, the thought, I don't want to get up. It's like usually in off season, you're like, that's fine, but now you're like, I'm not fucking moving. I'll piss the sofa if I have to.
I've said this before, like I'll be sitting on the couch, like, and I'll be bursting for a piss for like 2 hours. I'm like, I can't be arsed. You know what? I actually piss myself, to be honest. Just fucking let it go out. I can't be arsed going to the toilet. But
yeah, well, it's always like, I'm literally like at the point where it's like stinging. I'm like, fuck, is there anything else that I need to do that can justify this?
Yeah. The only time I move fast is when I need to go to the kitchen to eat, when it's time to eat.
Yeah.
But no, like this past week, that's probably been my hardest week. And I'm not talking like this prep. I'm talking like one of the hardest weeks ever. I find the 4 to 3 week so hard for some reason. I don't know why.
It's like a changeover of like energy balance. Like once you hit that, you're in like a new kind of zone, and your body like takes it on. But before that, you're like in another zone. You got to cross over, and it's like, oh, the energy dip, and then all of a sudden your body kind of like stabilizes almost.
Yeah,
I've found.
Yeah, I find like so on my Wednesday rest day, you had me on like 120 gram of carbs, and like my last carb meal is like midday. I don't know what it is, right? See those first like, between like 12 and 4, I'm fucked. I'm literally a zombie. Can't think, can't do anything. But it comes to a point like 4 o'clock. I don't know. Like this is bro science as fuck, but like I don't know if like my body taps into like this fucking fat reserve, and then it just gives me like this like second wind. Because as of like 4 o'clock on my rest day, I'm like, I'm still fucked, but I'm like, I can function now. It's really weird. I don't know if you've ever experienced that.
I feel like your body's just like, right, okay, that's enough of this shit. I'm bored as fuck.
I need to do something.
I find it's my my like hardest days are like obviously back and legs. Like even though my diet's the same every day, and like I've done chest and biceps day, and I was like, I'm kind of okay. I've still got to go and do like however many steps. I've still got this to do. But like the other day I did back, and I got home and I was just like, bleh. And like I had to go out for a big walk, and I was like, fuck. And it was literally like, you know, like you're like falling into like a step, and it was like momentum caught me, and I was like, after I was like, oh shit, I'm away. And it was like before that, so I did not want to walk, but it was just like I had to keep going and go. I was just like watch to get the fucking steps in. I got home.
I always say to Reagan, it's like you just feel like you're floating.
Yeah. But then once you're in that motion, you kind of feel fine, but it's like the first steps to get into it almost. It's like their body's like, no, but then like, oh, fuck, okay, we're going.
It's another thing, I'm sure you're the same. As soon as I think of something I need to do, I need to write it down. So I need to write that down, whatever. Just
I've been such a cunt to, well, I don't say a cunt to many people, but I've like forgot so many things. So it's like something I have to do. There's like these last 2 weeks have been quite stressful for me, and like just things I've had to do, like having to go get my car and all the paperwork for that and switching things over, and then dealing with clients as well. But then like there was other things that kind of came up that I just completely forgot about because I don't normally have them in my day-to-day life, and like I was like, yeah, okay, and I was like, you fucking in one ear, clean out the other, and I was just totally forgot. There's so many things. Since my brain's getting to me now, and I feel so bad for some people that have said I'll do this. I'm like, fuck, totally forgot.
Yeah, I'm the exact same. Like every thought or anything that I need to do, I need to write it down. It needs to get written down, and that's fuck. I've started something else. Jesus Christ.
I think I'm speaking about it. Yeah, I'm not like mega low, but I'm starting to see like the trends, and like even like speaking. I don't sometimes have my usual conversations like where I'll like give a lot back. I'm just like,
yeah, I know.
Yeah, just like not there. I don't have like the thought process to give you a good conversation back. So I wouldn't.
I feel bad for Reagan, obviously, because like she's like obviously peak off season, the energy levels are fine, and when she tries to talk to me, and I'm like I want to say something, my brain's like that. Don't even try. Just be gibberish that comes out.
Yeah.
So it's so hard to explain and convey to people who don't get it. Like, so me and my mum, like we're very similar. Like we clash all the time, we fight all the time, and like she always like says like, oh, like you can't, just because you're on a diet doesn't mean you can like speak to me like that and blah blah, which is true. Like you shouldn't speak to your mum like shit, but like you know how you get snappy and shit. And usually your mum's the one that knows how to fucking set it off. And I remember saying to her, my mum was a nurse for 40 years, and I was like, imagine you've just done. She used to do 4 night shifts in a row. You've just done 4 night shifts in a row. Imagine that in that last night shift, you've not eaten for 12 hours. Now come home and tell me you want to have a vigorous conversation about absolute shite that you don't care about. Tell me that that's something you want to do. I've said that to her. She's like, well, I know that. Fucking shut up, man. Like, you know, they're like, oh, they can't be wrong. But yeah. I was like, that's what I've always said to her. I was like, imagine coming in from a 4 night shifts in a row and trying to talk to someone about something.
Yeah. Do you know what it is? Like, obviously, like we've done this for so many years, and so many people like get annoyed with people saying, "Oh, I fucking hate prep." Like, this annoys me. This, that, and next thing. It's like, this is your choice. At the end of the day, like, this is the same thing for us. It is our choice, and as much as we are doing this for ourselves, it's like sometimes people around us will fucking like suffer, and like we cannot help sometimes like how we speak or the energy just there. Like you can't. It's like trying to force somebody to do something they physically can't do. Just like you're saying there, like, trying to get a conversation out of it. It's literally like you're trying to put words in your tongue and get them out, and it's like, where are they? Like, why they're not coming? And it's like, and then it's like, what did you just say? It's like the conversation was. I don't know what the conversation is now. It's like totally forgot. It's like your brain's just not what to put in as, and then they're like, oh, whatever, forget about it. And it's like I'm really trying. It's not there. It's like as much as you think I'm being a dick, I'm like, I'm not trying to be a dick. It's just there. So like, yeah, like I get that, and I get people get upset and like it is our choice and we're doing this for our own good, but it's like sometimes we just really can't help it.
Yeah, like fucking, I get that argument. I get the whole you make yourself do this, and I fucking love this. I love it. Like, as shit as I feel just now, I fucking love feeling this shit because I know I'm working hard and like the state of my face and all that as well. But you're still allowed to be a bit negative. You're still allowed to be in a fucking mood like that. Everyone on this planet would react the same way. Some worse than others, obviously, but everyone would react like that if they're that deep into a deficit. And you know, so yeah, I know what people are saying when they say you've chosen to do this, but at the same time, there has to, like, obviously Reagan's amazing. Like, she obviously competes herself in that, so she gives me a lot of leeway in terms of being a really prick. But she knows I'll make it up to her, and this isn't me, you know what I mean? This is just a trend out fucking starving version of me.
Yeah, I had to book a fucking holiday to Mexico to kind of make it cool.
Yeah, well, that's all right. We've got.
You've got 2 books.
Yeah, we've got a place in Ochrani. It's in Arran called Ochrani. I think we've been to it before. Then we've got Edinburgh booked for a month later, and then we've got Dubai booked for Christmas. So yeah, it's gonna definitely hopefully make it up to anyway. So
are you got your earpods in?
Yeah, but they're not
I'm not sure if it's them or the microphone, but it's like cutting in between 2 different mics.
Right. Okay. Two seconds.
One's very clear and one goes dull.
Right. What does those take now? So the input is. Oh. What does that sound like?
Okay.
Is that right? Yeah.
So I think that's a clear one. The other one was like coming into a dull, then going back and forth.
Yeah.
Trying to give our listeners the best quality.
I'll tell you what I have been doing. I've watched all the Star Wars films in chronological order. So from episode 1, so 1, 2, 3, Solo, Rogue One, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I'm on 9 now. So fucking, I don't know why it's an achievement, but
see, as much as like the original Star Wars are like fucking classics. Like, do you know? I think like because you've watched the more modern ones and like how good the graphics in the Skyfall is, then it gets to this shit and you're like, as good as they were, it's kind of crap now. I don't really want to watch it because it kind of ruins my memories of it.
Yeah, we've got Disney Plus, so they've kind of like updated the films a wee bit, the old ones, like with new graphics and stuff. But this is what I was saying to, I can't remember what I was saying to, but do you know like the original Terminator?
Yeah.
That one's the best one to me because the special effects are so shit. Because
still awesome, regardless.
Because the Terminator is like a puppet. That to me is scarier than CGI. Yeah. And like the original Star Wars, it's all like they've used like not as much CGI, but they've used like the old style that they did. You know, like actual models and stuff going through a film set. Yeah, they actually did that in the new 3 as well. Yeah. And then added CGI on top of that. I'm just like, that's why I like the original Star Wars, because the special effects are just like a bit off. And it just makes it like more real.
Yeah, like stuff like the New Hope Star Wars, like the graphics and that, which is like fucking just bad, but it's such classic films you will watch.
Right. So yes, that's what I've been doing film-wise. Yeah, I've not seen any. I've seen the first 2 Harry Potters, but I'm not paying to watch all the Harry Potters because I've got Prime. I've got Disney Plus, so I can watch all Star Wars and that for free. Or free.
I do like Harry Potter's is like kind of. I don't want to say it's gay, but you know what I mean. Anything like that, or like Lord of the Rings, is like it's just fucking good watching. It's just a very good story.
I quite like Lord of the Rings. Quite like it.
Stuff for the Hobbit is really good. I've like just went on like serious series binges, but I've kind of completed all them all. I've actually watched Vikings 3 times.
Fuck's sake! I tried to watch them after you ranted about it. I don't know. I couldn't get into it.
I just love Vikings. I just love the storyline to it because it's like a true storyline and it's just cool.
You're married to Vikings, so.
Even if it wasn't, I would still love that. It's fucking just a good story. I tried to get into Peaky Blinders, but I just couldn't.
What episode did you get to?
Like 3 or 4.
You have to get through the first season. You have to do the first season, and then it gets fucking class. Because
I really like the gangster type stuff, like Sons of Anarchy's awesome.
Yeah.
I just couldn't get into Peaky Blinders for some reason.
Yeah, it took me a while. I think it took me 3 attempts. I think literally it took me 3 preps to get through the first season. And then I got through the first season in 2019. And then from that point, I was hooked after that point. But there's in the new, I think it's the newest series, the Billy Boys.
Hardy. Tom Hardy.
I think that's the one before.
I've watched like the scenes from that just because like it's him. The scenes are
so gangster, yeah.
So good.
But there's I think it's the newest season of it. They have the Billy Boys. The Billy Boys are a gang from Glasgow, but the guy who's the leader of the Billy Boys, has the worst Scottish accent on the fucking planet. It's like you trying to do a Jamaican accent. Like, it's fucking horrific. And I always wonder, like, why do films and TV, why do they cast English and American people to do fucking Scottish accents? There's plenty of Scottish actors that are amazing. I don't get it. It's fucking daft.
The only one that can kind of say it was actually okay was Mel Gibson, Braveheart, because it's such a good film, but it wasn't amazing.
Yeah, to be fair, the boy that plays Robert the Bruce in Outlaw King, there's sometimes you're like, oh, that's spot on, and then you're like, no one talks like
that. I mean, fuck me, it must take them ages of practice, but you're just not going to get that accent nailed. Very, very tough.
It's you forget how tough an accent it actually is. But obviously, I don't think I've got much of an accent, but you do. But like
it's fine trying to do an accent for like a line or two, but imagine trying to do it for a whole film. It must be tough, because it must be points you're like speaking and you rattle off your like how you normally speak, like shit.
Yeah, it's the Boston accent as well. Because obviously I watch a lot of the Irish gangster stuff, and you're like, that's tough. That's tough. So I used to train a client who was an actress, and like she said, one of the roles she was going for was she had to play a Boston accent. She was like, it's fucking near impossible.
I think Mark Wahlberg's really good. So is he from Boston?
So he's from Boston, yeah.
From Boston, no, because there's like a few. Like he is amazing.
Boston.
Yeah.
Yeah, because in Ted, he emphasizes his accent in Ted. Yeah. It just makes him so much fucking funnier.
It's such a funny accent, but it's like most of their stuff's Irish anyway, like Irish gangsters.
Yeah. Well, Boston's somewhere I've always wanted to go. So that part of the world anyway, that kind of part of America. So
yeah.
What else? What was I watching? I started watching that Godless. It's an older thing on Netflix. It's about a Wild West thing. It's got the main guy from Narcos Mexico in it. That's only two things.
I watched Prison Break again.
See, that one for me, like I thought that dragged after a while.
Oh, I don't know what it is. It's like it's cliffhangers all the time. So I'm just like, I'm like, what are they going to do next? And that's like why I just keep watching. Like, what else is there they could possibly think of?
I know.
So it was good. But I left it like maybe 4 or 5 years between when I first watched it. So like I totally forgot all what happened. So it was fine.
There was have you watched The Irishman?
Yeah, good film.
That's fucking class. It was only a bit
boring.
Yeah,
boring. Like it kind of dragged on between scenes. Didn't need to do. It kind of went to the name, but it was a long film.
I know. That's what I thought. I was like, I saw 3.5 hours. I was like, I'm not going to watch that. Like, but
didn't need like an hour of
watch it in chunks, and I was like, actually, this is actually amazing. So
it could have cut out an hour of that easy just by like some of the pointless scenes that just dragged on.
Have you ever watched Sopranos?
No.
That's my number one TV show of all time. But yeah, that is just perfection TV. But it's like on Prime. It's not on Prime, but you can buy it from Amazon Prime. But like one box set's like 30 quid. It's how the fuck are they still charging that for box set?
It's nuts. It's fucking a lot of money on the box sets. Like that's where they make their money.
So that's the TV watching. That's the what we do. Fucking
TV watching. What's the Physique's update on yourself?
Flat, but needs to be flat. I put up that posing video this morning. So yeah, dead chuffed how my legs are looking. That lighting was pretty pish, but that lighting there is usually amazing because the light comes through the bedroom window. Yeah. But the light was pretty crap. But everything's flying. I think Patrick says I should be ready next weekend. So
yeah. Are you still coming down in weight, or are you just trying to condition better?
It kind of floats. It floats between 242, 245. Okay. Just now.
So just through like obviously your high days to your low days.
Yeah. So yeah, obviously after the lowest day, which is a Wednesday, it was right down, and then I usually have a bump on a Thursday, and it comes back up. So there's telltale signs everywhere that I'm flat, and but it doesn't get to me because I know what happens as soon as I put food back in. So it's not. I'm not concerned as long as Patrick's fucking semi-happy. That's all that matters. And I think having someone actually take the reins and decide everything for me, I'm chill. I'm just, apart from like, no, I'm pretty chill in terms of my physique.
When you've got like obviously somebody at like his level, like who coaches like top, like compares, like it's the stress like is gone.
Yeah.
when you've got like a coach who's like kind of regional, and you're like, are they going to peak me right? Are they going to do this and that? It's like when someone's like his level, it's like you're pretty kind of chilled. Like you just know what they're doing.
I said to him like today, because out of the blue, he was just like, I can't wait to see you on stage, and I was like, oh, that was nice.
It's so good when you get little texts like that. It kind of just puts.
Because he's not that type, and don't get me wrong, I don't need a coach like that, but it was always nice to receive. And I just said to him, I was like, what's the game plan between the qualifier and the Arnold? Because I've got 6 weeks, and he was like, we'll ramp up the food for the first 2 weeks. You probably won't need to go as low as you have just now. And he was like, you'll be ready for your regional anyway, so it's just a case of kind of just maintaining that. So, and then I was like, cool. So I've booked 2 days off in London, and I was like half expecting him to be like, nah. But he was like, yeah, go and enjoy yourself. And I was like, oh, thank fuck. I mean, like, what damage are you actually going to fucking do in 2 days? You know what I mean? Especially if you're
even if you had like 2 weeks between shows, it would be like, nah, well, it should be okay, but fucking 6 weeks, like, no problem.
I know. I mean, like, 2019, I had 4 shows with 2 weeks gaps in between them, and I would take the day off, the day after the show off, and fucking I look better and better every time. So, but no, prep's going well. 3 weeks out today. So, how about yourself?
Real quick, yeah, good. Just put fat burners in like 3 days ago, so I've been not having any since then. But I mean, my conditions been changing quite well. My weight's steadily dropping, not dropping much, but look keeps on improving. But like the dramatic change in the last like 3 days from having fat burners in has just been night and day. But like I went like from being kind of semi-full to like I'm flat now within like 3 days, even though my food hadn't changed. But it was just, I didn't drop much either. It was initial drop was like 0.7 of a kilo, but it was literally like all went from my back. Like my back shots were dramatically different, but you could see how much fat had come off. Like my glutes got grainier, my lower back came right in, but it just like washed out. I couldn't feel it in like my back relaxed and some other things, and like I could see my sweep on my quads coming a bit. That's like another telltale sign, because usually they pop out, but they've just kind of came in a bit, so they don't look as sweepy. So that's my telltale. So yeah, it's just crazy how much has changed in 3 days, but the condition has changed dramatically in 3 days as well. Yeah. So like Jordan says, it's like this is just where we're going to have to go, and it's like we don't have much left to lose. Like you're kind of close. Like we've probably got maybe about 4 to 5 pounds max, and then we'll just feed you up into the show to get the condition. So
yeah, that's a big obviously issue with like everyone saying like I'm flat this, I'm flat that, and I was like, flatness is just your body depleting glycogen
storage. Yeah,
it's we know of a guy who is terrified of fucking losing weight, and you see it in everyone, and it's like you're going to be depleted. Like what do you fucking expect? You know what I mean? It's like, are there dangerous regions of flatness? Yeah, but do we coach anyone that's big enough that fall into that category? Well, I don't. I used to coach yourself, so you were the only one who like I had to be careful how flat I made you.
I do remember like the one day. I'm not sure if it was my first or second refeed, but it was literally like as soon as I hit check and pick, it was like my back was just gone. Like if you compare to the day before that day, it just fucked off, and I was like, right, fucking burger fries, whatever, like go for it. And it was like the next day it was back. So it's like things like that. That's where you really need to keep a lid on some people with like a bit more muscle mass, because as soon as you drive that, it might not fucking come back. It might not look good. But I mean, people who are like walking about at 190, 200, like it's not hard to keep them full or kind of get them back to fullness.
Yeah, like literally like one high carb day, and that's them sorted.
Exactly. The fine line between everybody, but I mean, like the lighter you are, the easier it is. But the bigger you are, it's harder to land the jumbo jet.
Aye.
So yeah.
So it's flatness is obviously just part of it. It's when I start getting like loose skin on my biceps and stuff like that. fuck's sake, or you know what I mean? Like the pumps are just like they're just not like there.
Yeah, I'm not like there, but it's like my two first areas are gone now, and like that's why I know where I'm coming in.
Aye.
The flat stages, and it's like, well, Jordan has a hand on it anyway, but it's like even he's seen over the last like 3 days how much it's changed. So he's like, right, this is fucking where we're needing to go, and he's like excited about seeing the condition coming now because he sees what we're looking like. He's like, he knows what we've still got fucking 5 weeks where we can be. But yeah, it's getting now to the time where shit's kind of a bit serious and happening.
Yeah.
A good feeling, and it's a scary feeling at the same time.
Yeah, I can't believe how fucking quickly it's passed, to be fair, but
it always felt like a breeze, but then like I don't know what it is. It's the last few weeks I've just felt like they've dragged in, especially because I've had a lot on and I've had to prep at the same time. It's a little bit more stress to the things. It's kind of just maybe dragged a bit. But other than that, like it feels like it's fucking flied.
Yeah, in the grand scheme of things, it's flied, and it's been an absolute fucking doddle, like start to finish. Not not an ounce of anything has been fucking missed.
No.
So that's
the big thing for you probably noticing this prep is the less stress on yourself because you're not doing it. So I'd imagine like times went much quicker for you in that sense because it's literally like this is what you're doing and you just do it. It's not like you need to do it and think about other stuff at the same time. Whereas like that kind of does take a massive aspect to your day.
Yeah, you always like end up second guessing yourself all the time. But no, like so yesterday I sent check-in photos. And Patrick was like, right, meal 5, I want you to have 200 gram of fillet steak and 400 gram of potato when it was supposed to just be like chicken and salad. And I was like, okay.
My man.
Fucking right. Dynamite. Fucking amazing.
Yeah, it's just shit like that, isn't it?
I made like the steak like proper rare. Like I'm bad at making steak. I'm fucking horrendous. But that was class. But like I wouldn't have done that if I was by myself. No way.
But it sounds like, see, when you get little things like you're like, right, that's it. Off the fucking like a fine shop. I'm gonna get the best steaks. I'm only getting one of these.
I got like none of the butchers were open, but I got like the extra special fillet from Tesco, and it was so good, man. So good.
That makes your day. Do you know what? Like, see, I can't remember what it is, but the last week, obviously, like I said to you before, like. My fat source in pretty much all my meals has been the sunflower seeds. It's just like Jordan's thing. And like, I haven't minded them. Like I just put them in with the food and eat it and I don't even notice. But for some reason in my oats, they've just been making me feel a bit sick over the last week. Every time I've like eaten a mouthful, I'm like, it's just not sitting right with me anymore. But I can have it in my cooked foods. So I just said to Jordan, I was like, this is just not kind of sitting me in these foods. And he was like, right, go change your last meal to salmon. That'll take the fats out of that. And your other 2 oatmeals, put in almond butter. And I was like, all right, okay, mate, fucking awesome. Like just having almond butter. It's just like little things like that. I was like, this is so good.
Yeah. I know. It's I remember when I done my last reverse diet after Universe, I'd never had nut butter before in any diet I've ever done. I remember putting 30 grams in my oats and I was like, why the fuck have I not been doing this?
That's so good.
Oh, mate, it was class.
Just little things like that in prep, but you see, like in the off season, like, who gives a fuck?
That's the thing with like, so one of my meals, the fats is olive oil. It's just olive oil and white rice. In the off season, I'm a bit like, this is like proper like bitter. I'm like, yeah. But like now, I'm like, I can smell the olive oil coming out of the fucking Tupperware. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be good. Or like so tomorrow's like a semi-high day. So I've got 100 gram cream of rice and a banana, and just like
that fucking banana, that's amazing.
Oh mate, I use a Sunday spoon. It's just like probably about the size of my nail, and it's just like a whole hour of just eating cream of rice. It's fucking class. But I love that when you're on prep and every meal is just special. I just love that. I love having that respect for food. You know, if that does that make sense? Like,
yeah, totally.
You know what I mean? And yeah, so. But no, I'm getting to that point now where also we spoke about the podcast where I was like, I don't give a fuck about cheats and post show. Like, it's starting to come in now. I'm like, right, where am I fucking going after this show? And Maidenhead is pish. I don't know if you've already looked. It's crap. There's nothing there, mate.
I'm not honestly expecting much, but I'll guarantee there's something.
It is. There's a place. There's a few nice wee restaurants in that, but again, I don't want to have to book a table. I just want to rock up when I'm done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you don't want to think about it. Yeah, like that's one thing I'm really trying to do this prep, because I mean, like last time I was like looking at places like I want to go here for breakfast and here for lunch. I want to go this day, that. It's like it gets way too much.
It does, yeah.
I literally could have just like, because you're so happy after like you've just competed. You can literally walk into anywhere and like, this has probably got some good stuff. I'll just eat here, and you'll be happy. You'll probably pick something that's good, or get someone else or whatever. You don't need to plan that. Yes, there's like amazing places you can plan. I mean, we've got another show after that, so it's like I don't want to be doing that and be like obsessed with thinking about where I'm going to eat. Because there's so much time to do that.
Yeah, I mean, like it's like I said, it's creeping in now, but I do remind myself, like, the day of the show, I'm going to be so excited to compete, and when I'm done on stage, like, it's never been my first thing to go, right, go fucking eat now, go. It's always been like, let's just fucking take in the moment, down a lot of water, and just fucking, because I've got James in Classic and I've got Fraser in Physique, so I'll be sitting about after the show anyway. So
I honestly lose my appetite on the day. I don't know if it's nerves or I'm excited or adrenaline, but I mean, like, even like the day before, my appetite kind of goes. As much as I want like the food, like I would love to have like 12 donuts, shit like that, or go for pizza and a burger, whatever. It's like I'm not like, fuck, my stomach is dying for this. I'm just like, it's going to be good to go have it. You know what I mean? But I'm like, I totally just lose my appetite from like whatever is adrenaline or something. I remember afterwards, like the last show done last year, the last British, went to Five Guys. Like, well, everybody went to fucking Five Guys. The place was mobbed. But I got like 2 double burgers and chips, and I was just like thinking, like, I'm not starving. I'm not like ate all day, but like I nailed it. And I was like, it wasn't like overly satisfying because I'm dying for the food, but it's like my brain just wasn't there.
Yeah, totally.
You got off on a high and like a pipe, and it wasn't like. I think if people are like totally like that, they lose the sense of the day.
Yeah.
Like feeling what they should be having for the day, like that kind of hype, the adrenaline, the excitement, because they're focusing so much on like the food after, and like, that's just not bodybuilding to me.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Well, how about we look at the super heavyweight and the British? So this is the top 5. I don't know how many were in the actual class.
Just 5. It
was just 5?
Yeah, just them.
So obviously, what's his name again?
The winner's Marion.
Marion, that's it.
Click on the small, bigger thing. Yes, that.
What?
See the thing on the bottom left, that little person?
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Just the 2 row shit.
That's fine.
So you're Marion, and then second, Kona.
Yeah.
Joe in third.
Yeah, Josh fourth.
And
I'm not quite sure that guy's name. I've never seen him.
Kind of looks like Gregor.
Yeah.
So yeah, interesting top 5.
I would say so. It's tough. Like I want to put a disclaimer in here. Like, we were not there. We are only looking by photos and what we've seen, and what I've spoken to other people who actually were there and did see the show, so they kind of have the same opinion as what I've got. Like, hats off to Marion who won, but I mean, he came 13th last year at the British, and personally, I thought he looked exactly the same. It's a weird one for me. I mean, Joe looked considerably better from his regional. Connor came in probably a touch crispier, even though he's always kind of crisp. He did come in a little bit better. Josh, for me, is very tough to compare because he's such a behemoth of a man. He just stands out like a sore thumb. So like all these guys are quite similar heights, and it's just very tough to judge.
I would say though, like I've seen Josh compete many times. I've actually stood on the stage with him as well. I think he's off here, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Not
I thought he did look a little bit washed out. His condition was good, but there's no pop. So
something's missing from there. So
yeah, like when I seen his back just looked a little bit washed out, I would have said.
Yeah.
It's I mean, we weren't there, can only go by photos, but what I've seen from the posing videos and stuff, he just looked a little bit washed out.
Yeah, like that's
his arms just look.
It's the arms, yeah. Cool. What about you?
Chest is not straight either, full. It could be done with a bit more glaze. Legs still look big, but I mean the cuts aren't right up to the top.
Yeah. Anyway, still, it's not like the top. Obviously, there's only 5, but it's not like we had like a handful of like crap guys. Everyone there's got something. You know what I mean?
Good lineup for 5 anyway. But, for me, I don't know if I would. I don't know how I would have. What would you personally had that?
Probably as it is, mate. To be honest.
Would you?
Yeah.
It was for me. It's so close. I think I would have had Josh where he is, but the top 3 I would have had a little play about. I don't know if because there's so many shots I've seen of Marion. Like his whole back end is not there. It's so not in condition. Glutes sagging. There was no crispness to the hamstrings. Lower back still had fat to lose. He was sweating like mad. Tan was running. It's a tough one.
Yeah.
Like I met him last year. He has the most ridiculous arms. He's got a lot of mass.
It's like a 23-inch arm there.
Honestly, a lot of mass on the guy. Like it was impressive standing next to him, but I don't know. There's something like you can see his stomach's had surgery at some point.
So, our good pal of the podcast, Joe. See, that's a good look to me. I think that's a really good look.
It's a very good shot for Joe. The side chest is a good shot.
Yeah.
Again, he kind of peaked very well. His legs could have came in a little bit better. So just how he's standing, I don't know, but his upper half is very good.
Upper half's definitely rounder and fuller than it was last year.
Yeah. His legs look a bit better there. It could be just the lines are just need a little bit more depth, but the side shot's very good.
Yeah. No, he's got nothing to be. Obviously, we all want to win.
Yeah.
He's got nothing to be downhearted about. Like he's getting better every time. So.
Yeah. The whole point of the game is just improving and make sure you beat your last one. So he did. Connor's obviously the man to beat. He's got multiple super heavyweight wins under his belt. But it just wasn't his day. He's never kind of came through on the overall.
So he was 245 on stage. It's interesting.
What did he say his height was? He 6'1"?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, I think he was 6 foot on the nose.
On the nose.
I'm pretty sure he said he was about 250 at the regional. So it has tightened up a bit, but I don't know. Supposedly Josh was very, very humble after this and kind of.
Oh yeah, he is. That's
realized, yeah. Like he said, he's just a huge fan of bodybuilding.
Yeah.
So he's a very humble and nice guy. So he's probably just took this very well.
Yeah, you'll go on to the next one. I think he's doing the MC European, is he not?
I think so. Yeah.
This is the guy who came.
He was meant to be doing Portugal, wasn't he? But he couldn't get there.
Oh, he's got a Scottish flag next to his name.
What's the first flag?
What?
What's the first flag?
Was that Hungarian or something? I don't know.
He's secondary Scottish then.
It doesn't count.
It's fake.
So Alex Denev, fair play. There's not much there, to be honest, but no, good on him, 5th place. And then obviously Marion went on to win the overall. if I just go back to Two Bros' page.
See, I honestly would have thought the heavyweight would have won it.
Mm-hmm.
He's got such a good shape, it's ridiculous. That guy there, yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to find something there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it? No.
No, it's not.
Click that one, you'll be able to find his page. Surely. What's that top one? No. That's annoying. So shit that
it was the middleweight guy as well. Bodybuilding UK might have it one.
That's what I was thinking. But shit like Bodybuilders Without Borders don't post stuff on this. Eddie Chip looked good. He deserved that win. Yeah, classic.
Yeah, looks good.
Yeah, he deserved his win. He's been kind of
very, very nice physique
for a good while now, so time.
Oh, that's good.
I think it'll be on the story.
Hold on. So that's Ross. So yeah, shout out to Ross Carr, winning the light heavies. It's good.
Nailed his condition again.
Yeah. Just Ross, please go and do an off season, please.
please grow a bit more.
It's good to see Reagan's brother winning like the midweight. I was like, your fucking brother competing. No, he looks good as well. He's fucking rock hard to the shows. I've never heard of him actually. Connor Redden, someone. And this is the heavyweight winner.
Yeah, that's him.
He's obviously busy eating because he's not posted anything.
There'll be a funny shots, I'm sure. You know, he's just posting on their stories, isn't they?
Let's have a look.
Yeah. Such an awesome front double with the width.
Yeah.
Yeah, he nailed his regional. He nailed today. It's just I'm kind of shocked he didn't win overall. It's not such a nice look.
Yeah, very, very nice physique. Wonder what he's going to do now.
Come back for more.
So I don't know if we've discussed this on the podcast, but have you got anything else lined up in your mind? Not that you've got a plan B, because I know you want to win the Arnold. But have you got anything else lined up? Or
honestly, no, at the moment, because it's kind of later on in the year. I think it would be like a last-minute decision if I plan to do anything. End of the day, like I really just want to compare myself to everybody and see how I stand. I do feel very confident. So does Jordan. So it's kind of I'm throwing all my eggs in this one basket. I know that's what I want to do. That's what everybody should do. At the end of the day, I shouldn't really have I want to do this and that. But I mean, I'll just kind of take it as it comes. That's my main focus.
Yeah.
End of the day, like I keep saying, as much as you want to win your pro card, even if I did win my pro card, the next step would be a pro stage. And am I ready for that? Probably not. I probably need more. So I would have to go into a bigger off season again next year. So it would just be the next step anyway to do that. So I don't see why I couldn't do that, try and win a show, and I could hop straight into almost a pro kind of show after that, because I'd be ready. I'd be like a pro kind of size quality. So it just depends. I mean, like I'll still have to treat the time after that as an off season to get to where I want to be.
Yeah.
So I said that like this year, like I kind of wanted to be at a stage where I could almost walk into a pro show after if I win. And I say I'm close, almost there. My weight's kind of be where it would need to be at a pro level. I think I just need a bit more mass and size.
Mm-hmm.
My shape's there. I just need more mass and size. I think I'm missing any body parts now, so it would just be a case of getting bigger.
Aye.
So I don't know. That's just my plan. Yourself?
No, I mean, I'm calling that day at the Arnold, no matter what happens. As I was saying, Reagan, today was like, for me, I want to win my card on home soil, on British soil. So it's either the British or the Arnold UK.
Yeah.
And like, if I win my pro card this year, fantastic. It's great. Obviously, life goal completed, career goal completed.
Yeah.
If I don't, just back to the drawing board, and just kind of come up with a new game plan for that. And so, yeah, that's for me. I'm just Arnold's the last hurrah of the year. So
many people spoke to me like quite recently about this, and like they keep saying like, "Oh, this, that, what are you gonna do if this and that?" And it's like, end of the day, right? I'm bringing my absolute best to this stage. Like, I'm very, very like I'm got 100% confidence in Jordan's going to beat me very, very well. We'll nail it. I'm busting my ass in the gym. I'm doing everything down to the letter. So if I bring that and someone beats me and I can look at them and say they beat me,
mm-hmm.
I'm going to fucking shake their hand and say, well done. There's no bad energy towards that because they were the better man the day. Somebody fucking brought it better than me. That is bodybuilding. Like, you cannot piss and mourn about somebody being better than you, because at the end of the day, there's always somebody going to be better than you.
Yeah.
Or somebody's going to come in better than you. So that is just the way the game is. But as long as you bring that, and one day you are going to be victorious because you keep working towards being better, then that's going to be your day.
Yep.
That's not going to be this year. It's not going to be this year. But I mean, I'm fucking very confident. I'm bringing everything I can. So if that happens, then I'll be the happiest guy on the planet. But if not, I've got to fucking shake the other person's hand and know they were better, and I've got to bring it better next time. It's the way it is. So you can't just like keep fighting and saying like, "Oh, I'm going to do this and that." It's like when people keep like going show after show after show, and they're facing the same people, places are not going to change much.
I agree.
Not much you can do in between shows to fucking dramatically change. Like some people who are like getting fifths and sixths and like they're trying to aim for that top spot and get a pro card, you're like, the way it takes the same people, it's like it's you're fucking slim to none.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to come back with something different.
Yeah, a lot of people have got to catch COVID for you to fucking win your pro card.
Yeah.
You're
gonna have to come back with a whole new fucking gun rack because you're not winning this war.
So I can't remember what you said about your plans if there's no plan, but yep, that's I'm exactly the same, mate. Like, well, no, I've taken over the idea of like next year, but it's one day at a time right now. Obviously, I'm 3 weeks today, so that's going to fly through the qualifier, and before we know it, it's going to be 2 weeks out, 3 weeks out from the Arnold, and yeah, I think as soon as you get distracted with what if I do this, what if I do that, you're only
we're both very goal driven in bodybuilding. Like, there's not like this is like we still like we know where we want to be next year, what we're doing. It's just we can't put so much focus on that right now. But I mean, the plan's there. We know like after this, like we're like probably into how many months we're going to do this, and then it's going to be like maybe we'll start doing shows and that. Like, we know that's there and we know what we need to do, but it's not like we can think about that just now.
Yeah.
What we're doing, because that's where our focus needs to be. I mean, the plans are there. It's just that there's no point speaking about them.
Yeah, one goal at a time.
There's only so much you can fucking kind of put your stress in this moment in time.
Yeah.
It's a tough one. But yes.
100%.
What's the way to say? Right, so you're stopping PT this week?
I've already stopped.
Oh, how's it feel?
Yeah, fine, mate.
Is it nice waking up every day knowing you've not got to go anywhere? It's fucking cool.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome. It's like people say, I don't think I can do it. Sit at home and be an online coach. I was like, all right, okay, right.
It's just like it's it's the relief of when you wake up knowing you're not going anywhere, but it's like, I'm gonna do my cardio, I'll go massage gun my whole body, fucking go posing, take pictures, and then I'll make my meal one and lie on the sofa and fucking nap. And then I'll get round to doing clients checking. It's fucking
It's fucking class, mate.
That's what dreams are made of.
I know. Like, you're literally just a professional bodybuilder, so it's class. So, that's all stopped. So it's kind of just getting to just focus on me, focusing a bit. Mate, I can feel my energy dipping proper bad. So I think we're coming to an hour anyway. 52.
Make it a short one.
Trying to think if there's anything else. No, I think we've kept everyone updated with what we're doing. How do we look at the British and
update people on your hip?
Oh yeah, so the hip feels really, really good. I managed to do a really, really good leg session on Tuesday, this past Tuesday. Like, it's a high volume, lightweight, 15 to 20 reps type stuff, just getting the blood into the muscle, and I fucking loved it, mate. It was so good. Wasn't shifting like shite weight, but obviously nothing compared to what I can usually do. But it was good to have the ability to stimulate the leg that much and getting all that blood in. Like, I was able to see like new shit that I'd not seen before and all that. So it was class. So hopefully replicate that on Tuesday.
I'm actually so excited to train legs tomorrow because I've not trained them in 2 weeks. Well, I can't class last week because I was in hospital, but I'm very excited to go do a normal leg session tomorrow. I feel like I've been missing them for ages.
Don't kill yourself.
Oh yeah, it's going to be fun.
So yeah, everything's kind of back on track, I'd say. Mind's in the right place.
We keep doing higher volume to the show.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I'm not like my physio told me like 6 weeks until the hip's fully recovered. So that takes me past the qualifier anyway. So just got to keep it what I'm doing. But it's my legs look class because of it. Like you saw in that video this morning.
Rest as well. They've probably like lost all the inflammation. They're probably just getting
That's exactly it. Like Chris, my training partner, was like, "Fucking, I can get my hands in between your quad separation and that." So, it's obviously it was a fucking knock when it happened, but I thought I've handled it really, really well, and it's all paid off. So
panic the other day. I thought I fucking ripped my lat.
Fuck's sake.
Posing.
Shite story to tell.
No idea what happened. It was literally just outside. I went to hit my side chest and like my opposite side, because I go like that and I'll turn it around. When I went like that, I tensed my lat and someone went pop and I was like, oh, I just got a knot. And I was like, the fuck is that? And I hit my side chest. I was like, oh, it's not going away. I was like trying to stretch it and it was like almost like spasming. I was like, oh, don't. Fuck. Like, honestly, from fucking posing, are you joking? And it had to be I was training back that day. I was like, fuck off.
Aye.
And I walked into the session so stiff. I was stretching for ages and ages. Obviously, I'm doing my deadlifts first. And I was like, oh, is this going to go one way or the other? But I was like, I'm not being a bitch.
Yeah.
So warmed up. I was going up and I had like 4 plates, like fine. 5 plates, fine. I was like, go on 6. I was like, this is going to be the one. This is going to go bad. I'm not going any higher than this. I'm just going to do them fucking slow. So I didn't do like any power movement from the floor. I was literally just like pulling it up my legs and down, pause, pulling up my legs down, and I could feel it working. But I was like, it's not like agony or ripping.
Yeah.
I got to like 9 or 10 reps, and I was just like, boom, done. I'm not doing that again. I was just lucky as fuck. The rest of the session kind of went okay, and the next day it was gone. I was like, what the fuck happened there?
It's always the pretense and injury where you go, fuck it, before you start your set. Oh, shit.
I tensed absolutely everything. After that set, my glutes were fucking killing me because I was trying to tense everything to not rip out my lat. But I was like, it was such a nerve-wracking, but I was like, I can't miss out back. I can't miss out this because I've missed out legs and everything this week, so I need to do back. I just need to be super careful. I just wasn't going to bitch out.
100%, man. 100%.
But I knew if the first rep kind of went okay and I kept it like super slow controlled, I should be fine.
Aye.
I was getting to the end, I was like, where like back starting to arch a bit because it's getting like fatigued as fuck, and I was like, I could feel it, and I was like, that's me done.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Speaking of done, we'll call it a day. I'm fucking dying, mate. Yeah, guys, so that's an update of where we're at. We'll try and get a guest on next week if we can. See if we can get Marion on.
Good.
That'd be good. So
maybe get like an old guest like Connor to slag Abdi again.
But yeah, we'll have something ready for next week, and as we approach the 20th episode, which is kind of fucking mental, but
we got a studio soon.
I know, mate. Fucking Joe Rogan, here we come. So yeah, cheers guys for tuning in, and we hope to see you next week as well. Thanks,
cheers, everyone. Thank you.
Cheers.